go. Beautiful fish. See if we can get a few more of them, we'll be happy. Okay guys, welcome to today's video. So we're still in lockdown. I haven't really been able to get out and do much fishing. So today's video is all about rod reviews. So I've got a couple of rods that I've had custom made. So today's rod review is going to be on a local custom rod builder to the Werribee area, and that's JD Rods, custom built rods and repairs. So the guy behind the brand is Jon Darley. Now, John started building rods well over 30 years ago, helping out his old man when he was a teenager. Where he started was up in Shepparton. He was helping out his old man who had his own business at the time, and that was the Mako rods. So his dad Bob taught him everything he needed to know to continue the business. So John's been working under the JD Rods brand for about 7 to 8 years now, and his quality is absolutely brilliant. So like I said, he started in the Shepparton area, got a cult following with customers, and recently moved down to Werribee, and his customer base just grew and flourished from there. I was lucky enough to run into John when I was filming for the channel down at the Werribee River a couple of years ago. He was just fishing off the bank and we started to have a chat and got to know each other a little bit, and that's where it started. So I ordered a rod pretty much not long after, and my arsenal has grown to 8 different rods that I've had made by John. So I've got two 2 to 4 kilo whiting rods, 2 6 to 8 kilo snapper rods, a 2 to 4 kilo soft plastics rod, a 1 to 4 kilo general purpose light bait rod, and I've also had him make a 5 to 8 kilo bait caster so I can go and chase mighty Murray cod or yellow belly. And the last rod we had made was Logan's Christmas present last year. It was a 1 to 3 kilo general purpose bait rod. I won't go into detail on all of them. Logan picked out these colors: bright green, EVA grips in camo green. He wanted gold binding, and he's got the green blank, red and sort of like a fluoro yellow binding with gold trim. He's also got the holographic eyes on there as well. That was pretty much what Logan picked. It's a little 6-foot bait rod, so when he's out in the kayak with me, that's pretty much what he uses. So today's rods, I'm going to go through 3 of the rods that I've had made, and the 3 rods in particular, one of them is my Yellow Tigers rod, and that pretty much comes everywhere with me. I use that for everything. Every time I go soft plastics fishing, that's what I use. Alright guys, so I won't go into detail on all 8 rods. I'm just going to pick the 3 that I pretty much use, 2 of them all the time, and one of them not so much because I haven't really had a chance yet. But what we'll do, we'll go into detail about the bait caster, my big snapper rod, and my Yellow Tigers rod. So up first is the bait caster. So this is my bait caster here. This is a 5 to 8 kilo, 7-foot one piece. I opted with one piece for pretty much every one of my rods that I've had built. I don't know what it is, it's personal preference, but I like the one piece rods. When I used to fish in Darwin, when I lived up there, I used to have one piece bait caster rods, and that's pretty much all I used. And since then, that's all I use now, just one piece rods. But anyways, enough rambling. So this is the bait caster rod. Now, this is absolutely genius. I asked John to get me a black blank with yellow binding and gold eyes on this rod. So the bait caster is a Neratika blank with double-footed black coated gold zirconium guides. That rod is going to help me get Murray cod, yellow belly, or anything like that. I do fish Lake Ngambie a lot, and I will be heading up there once lockdowns end. And that is pretty much the rod I'm going to be taking and using throughout the entire trip. Anytime I go up to Ngambie and fish the Goulburn River. If I go up to Lake Hume, Lake Mwala, that's the rod I'm going to be taking. Seeing as though lockdown has happened, I pretty much got that rod just before we went back into lockdown. So I haven't really had a chance to test it with the freshwater fish, but I did take it out down in Corio Bay. Have a look, and this is the rod in action. So what I've done with the bait caster is I've paired it up with this guy here. This is a Daiwa TD Barra FOW01, and it just complements the yellow and black all through the entire rod with the yellow and black Daiwa reel. I've had that spooled with 20-pound braid, and I'm using a 20-pound leader on that as well. So hopefully once we get out of lockdowns, I can head up to Ngambie and put this guy to use. All right guys, so up next, I'm gonna go over my big rod. Now, this is the biggest rod I've had made by John. This guy is my snapper slash gummy rods. I'm gonna put these to the test once I can get down to Geelong. At the moment, we're currently getting snapper up to about 70 centimeters down at the Geelong waterfront. This guy is a 6 to 8 kilo, 7 foot, one piece, medium action rod. And it's got some really good pulling power. I have had this guy being tested out in the bay. I use this when I head out chasing gummies and stuff out in the bay. This guy's got the EVA grips, and it's on a Neratika blank as well. It's 7 foot, 6 to 8 kilo, like I said, and it's a one piece rod. I went with the black coated gold zirconium guides on pretty much all of my rods, just so that it complements the yellow and black on the rest of the rod itself. Pretty much every rod that John makes for me, he puts some kind of Richmond sticker, emblem, flag, Premiership Cup on each of my rods. So this rod has all the power I need to get those big fish out off the bottom and into the kayak. So whether it be big plastics or bait fishing, this rod is gonna have the power to stop those big fish. So like I said, I'm gonna throw plastics with this when I head down to Geelong, only because this guy is going to be able to handle those bigger snapper. So what I'll do, guys, have a look at this quick video. I'll show you this guy in action. Oh yes. What do we got? Let's go. That is a 7 giller. Oh. This is the reel that I paired it with. Now, this is the Penn Battle 3, 5,000 size. I was going to go with the 4,000 size, but they didn't have two of the 4,000 sizes in stock when I purchased them, but they did have two 5,000 sizes, so that's what I went with. So I've got 20-pound braid on these guys, and at the moment, I think I run 15-pound leader on these. And these reels are absolutely dynamite. All right, guys, so this is my pride and joy. This is the third rod in question that I'm gonna do a review on. So this guy here is my yellow Tigers rod that I had handmade by John for pretty much soft plastics fishing and small hard body lures. I was predominantly using this in freshwater, but I've just started using it out in the saltwater as well. So this guy here also has the microwave air guides, and what it is, it's a 2 to 4 kilo, 7 foot, one piece rod. It is on a American Custom Rod Builders blank in yellow, obviously. Now, when we first had this delivered, it was a 7'6", but it was too whippy on the front end. So I got John to cut it down because I wanted that stiff sort of broomstick handle type rod so I can get the accurate cast and get right in amongst the snags up on the river and stuff like that. And he pretty much listened to everything I said and built this to the exact specs that I needed. So the microwave air guides, I'll leave a diagram up above my head here, and it shows you roughly what the microwave air guides do to line management when it's coming off your reel. It just helps you cast further, and this thing can cast an absolute mile. So this guy here's got the cork grips, and it's really, really nicely balanced as well, and it's really light. I can sit there and I can cast this rod all day. All right, guys, so what I'll do, I'll show you a quick video of this guy in action, and then I'll come back to it. Enjoy. Oh, yep. Oh, yep, fish on. Oh, yes. Oh yes, good fish. Alrighty. So you have it, guys. There's a quick rod review done on a local custom rod builder to the Werribee area. So Jon handcrafts each of these rods individually. Now, he works by himself and it usually takes, I think, between 5 to 7 days, depending on weather and depending on other factors as well. Now, I'm sorry, Jon, if you're watching and it's not that time frame, but from what I remember from when I got mine built, it's roughly that. So Jon builds these rods pretty much exact to the specs that you ask for in the process when you're ordering a fishing rod, whether it be from the blanks that you use down to the guides and the color of the bindings. Jon will also throw in his input if you're not 100% sure on what you want, but you know what you want to target, you know what areas you want to fish. He'll give you some rough ideas on what you want to put onto your rod. Can I just say, the quality of the fishing rods that Jon makes is second to none. The quality is absolutely perfect on these rods. So I can't recommend JD Rods highly enough. Get over to his Facebook page, check out his business card up here. I'll leave all the details below in the description section as well. Send him an email, give him a call, send him a text message, jump onto his Facebook page and have a look. Get in contact with him if you want, whether it be a soft plastics rod, a bait rod, general purpose rod, or you want that rod that's something special, then get in contact with him today. He also offers free quotes. So even if you don't go through with it, just hit him up and say hello and see what he can offer you. One thing I want to mention, guys, JD Rods currently sponsors the Victorian Yak Hunters Kayak Fishing Series. So on behalf of all of the yak hunters in Victoria, just want to say thanks to JD Rods for sponsoring us this year and donating a custom built rod every round so far. 2 lucky guys have got a rod each from round 1 and 2. Unfortunately, round 3 was cancelled, so we can't get up to Ngambie and get that 3rd rod. But we are looking forward to the rod for round 4, which is going to be a little brim rod. There you have it, guys. So there's a nice little rod review done. Fishing's been tough, I will be honest. It's been really, really tough over the last 2 months through winter and with lockdowns and everything like that in Victoria. Haven't been able to get out much. The Werribee River is fishing really, really bad at the moment. Every now and then you'll hear stories, you'll see stories pop up on Facebook and social media and that, where somebody will catch the odd 1 or 2 fish, but it's very few and far between. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, hit the notification bell if you want to be updated every time I upload a video. Hopefully with the weather warming up, lockdowns hopefully coming to an end within a month or so, we'll be able to get out more, be able to get some fishing done, and I'll be able to get you guys at home some new videos. So with that in mind, don't forget, guys, until next time, see you on the water. Cheers.